Do you doubt your own intelligence? Here are 13 indications that you're mistaken. The chances are you'll recognize at least 2 of these things in yourself straight away. Numerous studies show that learning to play a musical instrument helps childhood development. One of these studies claims that just 1 month of music lessons can help 4 to 6-year-olds significantly improve their test scores and make studying easier for them. So did you play the violin when you were a kid? Maybe that's the reason you're so good at thinking things through today! 2. You're the oldest sibling in the family. One interesting piece of research has suggested that the older siblings in a family have moderately higher but significant advantages when it comes to IQ compared to their younger brothers and sisters. This is the reason why the oldest tends to be slightly more successful than the youngest in a family. In 2006, an unusual investigation was carried out. It revealed an interesting connection: the larger a person's waistline, the lower their cognitive abilities. According to other pieces of research, 11-year-old children who receive poor test scores are more inclined to obesity by the age of 40. There is a high probability that their cleverer peers study better, strive to do better educationally, and will look after their health more. 4. You were breastfed as a baby. Scientists from Britain and New Zealand studied around 3,000 children and found that those who were breastfed as babies received almost 7 points more on IQ tests than those who weren't. But this only applied to those who had a certain kind of gene. This gene is also present in those who weren't breastfed. The exact mechanism determining the relationship between this gene and breastfeeding is still unknown. Do you have memories of reading going back to your earliest days? The chances are you're very smart, especially if your love for books started when you were still in diapers. During the course of one piece of research, 2,000 pairs of twins were studied, and it turned out that those infants who learned to read earlier scored higher in tests later in life. The study's authors believe that reading from an early age improves a person's verbal as well as nonverbal abilities. There is some data to suggest that there's a large number of left-handed people among criminals. Experts have yet to explain this phenomenon. On the other hand, the latest research indicates that left-handed people are inclined to divergent thinking, a way of creative thinking that is employed in order to solve problems and tasks. Left-handed people are often more inventive and know how to get out of difficult situations better. Is that not a sign of great intellect? More and more studies are proving that people who often worry about things might be more intelligent than those who don't. It may be the case that this is a result of the fact that they're always thinking about the possible consequences of their actions and therefore trying to make sure everything turns out as best as possible. 8. Your tall research carried out at Princeton University showed that tall children study better than their peers, and when they reach adulthood they end up earning more money. So straighten your back, you have something to be proud of. It turns out that a sense of humor and high intelligence are connected. In one piece of research, around 400 students took an intelligence test, after which they had to think up amusing captions for scenes from cartoons. Can you guess whose captions turned out to be funnier? 10. You're curious. A professor of business psychology at one London university came to the conclusion that curiosity is an important characteristic in intelligent people. Curious people possess a more refined form of thinking, and in the long term they are interested in discovering new things and developing as people. People who are smart are usually perfectionists. They're never truly satisfied with the way things are. If they play a sport, they'll spend extra time practicing to be the best player on the team. And if they are unhappy with their appearance, they'll go the extra mile to look their best by buying a new wardrobe or stepping up their grooming habits. Their life is a constant work in progress. 12. You're a real night owl. It sounds funny, but it turns out that people who love to stay up at night generally have a greater intellect than early birds. The ability to work and be creative at night, as is well known, was not given to us by nature. It's for this reason that scientists reached the conclusion that intelligent people go to bed later because they're striving to expand the limits of their abilities. If only we could survive on such a little sleep. Creative disorder is a concept that was established long ago, and there is even research that claims that it serves as a kind of fuel for those with a creative nature. Messy handwriting is also one of the signs of a creative person. Do you doubt your own intelligence? Here are 13 indications that you're mistaken. The chances are you'll recognize at least two of these things in yourself straight away. Numerous studies show that